Alright, you guys, and we're back for some more DBFZ, and I know you're glad to not see Seiyu's face, because I'm not gonna lie, I kinda milked him. That sounds wrong. I kinda farmed him a little bit too much. We were playing for almost 3 hours. I just had to record those games, you know, and Seiyu is an insanely good player. So it was a perfect opportunity for me to also train at the same time, because as you all know, I haven't been playing much DBFZ lately. I've been a little bit rusty, so that was the perfect opportunity. But yeah, we're back with a completely different opponent this time, and we are already getting destroyed. Usually, adult Gohan players who are running the yellow color are usually beasts. I believe even Wawa was playing with the yellow color. I don't know what it is with this color, but hey. And finally we have the results with Gogeta! Everybody rejoice! You know, yeah, you can see the... Oh. You can see the power-up! Shit. The Zenkai Boosto in real time, but my defense has been hit definitely. I cannot take those Dragon Rushes. I don't know why. You try to Dragon Rush me again? Rather to wait my assist, by the way. Oh my god. He's gonna be. There we go! Oh. Yeah, you can do that. That is insane! Hold on! That was a... Oh, thank god hit wait, making him go for down M. I was gonna be a goner. Hold on! I was gonna be a gooner to adult Gohan's legs. Oh, you're dropping way too much. Hold on, baby! The more things change, the more they stay the same. Ooh. You like your DPs, eh? How about you DP my ding ding dong then? Or DT, whatever. Forget about what I'm saying, bro. This is not my day. Oh! Wait, that was a reset? I think he stood up. You put way too much respect on my monkey-ass brain. Don't do that. Oh shit, he's running Super Saiyan Goku, I just realized. God, I hate this character. I forgot how I despise Super Saiyan Goku. I can't believe they made him so strong nowadays. Okay, let's go for the level 3. He needs to go. We need this mix-up. I am not about to face a Super Saiyan Goku. Come on! Always the same shit! Same side. Oh, he gave no fucks. He gave no shits about my same side mix-up. He just went for the 2H. Oh, that was kind of sick with the setup. No way, the moment I try to jump. Those key blasts are insanely fast. We gotta play Super Saiyan Vegeta. Holy, dude. Hey, I'll take that. You deserve that match. You deserve this. Oh. Oh, my monkey-ass hand actually hit him. Not much damage though, unfortunately. And no level 3 either. DP? Damn, bro. Damn, I flinched. So that movie Splash on block with Daima Goku, and, you know, the natural reaction of many players is to DP there. But he just stood his ground. How are these people getting it with key blasts? The moment I try to jump! Auto combo. Auto combo in the super dance. I'm a bit degenerate. I did not mean to do that. I've said this before, but I'm making the... Bro, Gogeta apparently is not Vegeta Blue, so that's what I try to do. Throw the long key blast, you know? But if you hold forward and you press the special button, the X button, or at least on PS4, he taunts you. I should have known that. This character has been out for 50 million years, dog. 50 million years this guy has been out for. And I still, for the life of me, cannot play with him. Like, I mastered him only for the Nerf Gogeta 4 video, and then I never touched him again. To be fair, when he came out, there was insane hype about him. But in retrospect, like, this character is not that... I don't think he's that cool. I mean, he's... Let me rephrase that. Super Saiyan 4 transformations are by far my favorite in the whole goddamn Dragon Ball universe. But, with that being said, When Gogeta 4 came out in this game, there was a lot of hype. I was hyped as hell. But as I said, in retrospect, this guy, I don't think they've made him... Actually, I don't know. I think they've achieved the job of making him overpowered as hell. What I'm trying to say is I don't think he's that saucy, you know? You usually go for the same combos over and over again, and he really relies on his cheap stuff, like his command grab, and just having insane buttons, you know? -0 on block. So he has one of the best staggers in the game. But other than that, damn. And the fact that he has a level 7, I don't know, he doesn't seem that cool to me. Like, for example, a perfect example of a cool character that I nowadays despise because of the player base, but, you know, you cannot argue that he's not a cool character. He's definitely UI Goku. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What the hell was that? Like, UI Goku has insane sauce. You can play lame with him, but you cannot, like, you cannot argue with that. He's got sauce, bro. He's saucy as hell. Oh. Whereas I feel like Gogeta 4 kinda lacks that sauce, like the sauce department. He's just OP, like, period. But nothing else crazy going on about him. Give me that! 2H is ding ding dong into oblivion. And I missed a trouble. My guy. To be fair, there is no uncool character in this game, aside from Jiren. But I feel like he could have been way cooler. Vegito, on the other hand, is like hella cool, like he's got sauce. But I think that's a character problem. It's just... Vegito has the tools to have insane combos, whereas Gogeta 4 doesn't really have tools that enable him to be, like... to freeform, you know what I mean? I don't know how it's called. Freeform in the combo department. He's a little bit limited, that's what it feels like. Ouch. So yeah, after the initial hype ended, I just dropped the character for good. But I do think he's like insanely broken. For the aforementioned reasons, you know? Daima Goku, on the other hand, has insane sauce. This is what Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should have been. Nice. Okay, rant end. It's kind of funny though if you think about it that I believe Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was the last character that Arxis made. No, actually never mind, there was also Lab Code 21. I don't count her. I don't even think she's a character. I don't like her though. Although she does have some cool stuff. Not really a big fan of though. I think I'm not a fan because when she came out she was like the most broken character we've ever seen. To the point she was not fun to play, you know what I mean? She was anti-fun. Anyways, let's just say that Gogeta 4 is the last character for the sake of the argument. But yeah, it's kind of funny that, as I said, Gogeta 4 is the last character of Arxis. And I still feel like, if we assume that Daima Goku was made by Bandai, although we don't really have that, we don't have the information. That's what's speculated though. I still think that they made a better job, so I'm a believer in Bandai. If they make more characters, I'm hella down, you know what I mean? Because as of right now, I still think that, like, Daima Goku is way cooler than Gogeta 4. There. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking it as I'm saying this, I'm not sure. Gogeta 4 has a special place in my heart because when he came out, I had so much hype. He literally made me create a Nerf video, and I usually make Nerf videos when I'm hyped as hell. And Gogeta gave me that, you know, he gave me that itch. He scratched that itch. The same as UI Goku. Also Baby Vegeta. That's why I feel like these 3 Nerf videos are my best works and my favorites. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if DBFZ was on its heyday when Daima Goku came out, I would be hyped on the same level, if not more. But I think because it's not what it used to be, that's why I'm not feeling the same amount of hype. But I can say pretty objectively that I prefer Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku over Gogeta 4 solely because he has more sauce, you know. But I do get the complaints. He has recycled moves. Actually, that's pretty much it. And the PNG level 1, but I don't mind that too much, so yeah. Okay, hold on, let me lock in because I'm yapping way too much and I'm getting destroyed. Not paying attention, I'm playing in autopilot. Damn. Ooh. I can't believe that move is plus and block. Well, one thing's for certain. If it is Bandai's fault for this balance, then we know we don't want Bandai for balance patches. But for characters, I won't say no. Whoever thought it was a good idea to give this overhead to Goku though, and make it plus on block, deserve to be fired! Nah, I'm kidding. Don't fire that guy, but hey. If by any chance you're watching my videos, just know I hate you with my whole life. Oh, maybe I should have used my level 5. Brother just walked up to me and just down-aimed. I never expected that. That's why I didn't block. Who does that? Oh, oh god. Yeah, I should have waited that. There we go. Should we lose again, Viet? See what happens. Okay. Hold. Vegeta. I shouldn't have super dash. I should have just went in with my super jump. Okay. Let's go for the level 3 mix-up. I don't think a level 7 would have killed. But this mix-up though, everybody gets mixed by that. There's something about Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku and his cross-up. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it feels so strong. It is deceptively fast. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with his jumping medium. And the way he just bug slaps you, you know? Beat slap or whatever. This motherfucker is insane with his down M's. Why is your natural reaction to throw a down M after I finish, or like during my block string when I'm trying to go for stagger pressure? You having the natural reaction to down M puts you into a tier in its own, dog. You need to be hospitalized! You're an asylum! You're insane! Nice. Can I do this? No, it was weird. Not this time though. The new loops! God, I love this combo. Okay. There we go! Get with the shitty ass down ends! Dog! Please, oh no. One more try. This is so sick, bro. This combo is so sick, I love it. Shout out to, I believe it's called KJ Pixels. That's where I've seen this combo from, on Twitter. I think he's a pro player. I might be wrong. Nah, actually, I've seen him compete, so he's definitely... Well, if not a pro player, he's definitely a competitor. And he's hella good at the game. I mean, I've seen a bunch of combos from him. I don't know how he comes up for that with that stuff, but... He's the go-to guy for, at least for me. For Daima Goku combos. Nice. This. Oh, I think I'm getting level 3. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna pay for that! You're gonna pay for that. Watch my nipples in 4K. That's your punishment. But maybe you like that, don't you? You bitch! Good snot. No, not even a sparking blast. Keep that for the next game. You loser. Alright, guys. I feel like also, well, at this point you could say that for every single character in the game. Like, they've become hella obnoxious to face against and to just play, but... I feel like DBS Broly is up there, dog. He can be insanely cheap if you play right. Like, you don't understand how much cheap he is. I think he's Jiren territory cheap, you know what I mean? Jiren territory and fun to play against. But unfortunately, I don't know, I'm not very good with him yet, so... But yeah, these command grabs... Broly, this version of Broly started out with not really good command grabs. Like, they were pretty slow, you could dodge. And now he's kinda like Z-Bully. Like, I believe his light version command grab and his EX version are 24 frames, which is the exact same as the light version of the command grab of Z-Bully, and we all know how... Oh! How obnoxious that is. So yeah, now Broly has become a character who builds an insane amount of meter because of his auto combo. And every single time you get a combo by him, which by the way, his combos like lasts for like 30 seconds. If that wasn't enough, he builds enough meter to go for a level 3, and post level 3, I believe you get a 50-50 with his command grabs and all of that stuff he has. So it's not really fun playing against a Super Broly who knows what he's doing. I know that firsthand because while I was training with him, I faced the guy that completely cooked me, and he was running Jiren, Super Saiyan, BBS Broly, and something else really cheap. I can't remember. Maybe, I don't know, Janemba or something. That team did not let me play. Let me tell you. Let me put it that way. That team right there doesn't let you play the game. Hella anti-fun to play against. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that's what really... this is what Dragon Ball FighterZ kinda lost, but at the same time, when I'm thinking about it, the previous seasons were also really, like, broken in some regards. Some characters were insanely broken. For example, the first season had true knockdowns after a level 3 with, like, I don't know, Ultimate Gohan or Android 16. Well, actually, you could go for a true knockdown, which, if you don't know, a true knockdown means you cannot roll, you cannot take backwards, forwards, delay tech, you can't do anything. You just have to hold the mix. And you even got that true knockdown from Ultimate Gohan's overhead. That's how insanely broken that character was back in the day. So there were broken characters, but I feel like nowadays, yeah, everybody's broken. But because everybody's broken, everybody can go for some really obscure, like, set plays or mix-ups that, I don't know. It feels to me now that there is no neutral. Whereas back in the day, yeah, there were, like, insanely broken knockdowns, like true knockdowns. Oh, shit. But at least there wasn't the full screen, skip neutral EX buttons that just go full screen, they're plus on block, or you pop the same full screen assists and you just automatically skip neutral. At least there wasn't that back in the day. So I feel like that's what Dragon Ball FighterZ lost. That's why I don't enjoy it as much anymore. I think it's because you skip neutral and you go for set plays or obscure 50-50s. And you just completely shut down the enemy player from playing the game. Whereas, as I said, in the previous seasons, yeah, broken characters existed. I'm dead, by the way. Damn, how did he make this comeback? I wasn't really paying attention. Autopilot, damn. Sucks being me. But yeah, on the earlier seasons, at least you would still play some neutral, you know? And you would be rewarded for it. Now it's just, as I've said many times before, Unga Bunga full screen bullshittery into set play, into 50-50, into you guess wrong, you die. Like, I still think that there is not a more anti-fun team than Jiren, Janemba, and I don't know, something else, whatever you wanna put. Android 17, Broly, I don't know. Like, these teams are so anti-fun. If you play against someone who knows what he's doing, you are not touching your controller. That's what I don't like nowadays. So I'm really hopeful for Tokon. Let's hope Tokon will not end up like that. Especially because Tokon has, like, you have 3 assists plus your point character. But it seems slower as a game, so maybe it's not gonna be like that. I like fast games. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I like fast games like, for example, the new Avatar game that's about to come out. And maybe there's gonna be like broken stuff that is gonna piss me off as well. I mean, there's always gonna be something in fighting games. Damn, nice. Nice, babe. There's always gonna be like cheap stuff in fighting games. But there is one thing having cheap stuff, and there is another thing completely shutting down the opponent from full screen and skipping neutral. Like, usually when fighting games end up like that, I don't like them. That's the same problem I have with 2xKO. 2xKO is like, everybody's playing freestyle, and like, you can kind of skip neutral, or you can fix your mistakes by just freestyling. By just doing the handshake and changing characters, like mid-whiff. So you pretty much cannot really punish mistakes. That's what I don't like. Although, like, I started playing 2xKO recently, and I dig the game. I like it, especially with the new characters. I just haven't really figured out the neutral yet. Let's get out. But yeah, in some regards, it reminds me of DBFZ. That's why, I mean, the current version of DBFZ. That's why I don't really like it. Avatar, on the other hand, but as I said, maybe it's recency bias, maybe it's because people don't know how to play it and like super optimize the combos. Actually, no, the combos are not the problem. The neutral, you know, the skip neutral. If there are skip neutral buttons in Avatar, I'm gonna say the exact same thing. But so far, Avatar is the perfect example of a fast game that is not complete degeneracy, you know. Whereas DBFZ nowadays, it is degeneracy. You play against the wrong people. But yeah, on that regard, ooh, give me that blade. On that regard, Marvel Tokon, because it's a little bit slower, and there isn't the same amount, like, I'm gonna just do this. Hold on. Did I get him or did he just block? I got him. What was I saying? Oh yeah, right. So because Marvel Tokon is slower, and when you tag out or you use your assist, there is also like kind of a freeze-like effect on the screen. It's not like in 2xKO where if you're playing freestyle, you are so insanely fast. You can pull off some insane 50-50 situations, like 50-50 mix-ups that are absurd. But yeah, because Tokon is slower, I don't know. I have high expectations. I think neutral is gonna shine, at least hopefully. But one thing is certain for me. That's what my experience tells me. Fighting games, at least when they get released for the first 1 or 2 months, especially if there is hype around them, are it's the most fun period. Because people are not like super sweaty. Like they haven't figured out the anti-fun meta. You know what I mean? When players figure out the meta, at least on high level, it becomes not very fun, you know? Woo! So, that's the same for arena fighters as well. Like, you guys remember when Sparking Zero came out? I don't know about you, but for me, the first 1 or 2 months, even though fellas were abusing, like, the robot guy or whatever you wanna call him, I don't remember the name. Even, like, despite that, that was the most fun period of Sparking Zero, because people hadn't figured out they super like degenerate anti-fan meta you could use, or more like abuse, to win. After that, fellas started to play androids. They started to time you out. They started to, I don't know, fly up and down, you know, the classic BS. Play Yajirobe and all of that stuff. So yeah, I think the problem is always the players. I think I've said this before. And don't get me wrong, in ranked, of course you're gonna try hard and win. But anti-fan metas, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an ant. I've just grown. Yeah, man, I'm not a fan of. I'm starting to realize actually, this is. Bro, this video has turned into a yap session. I'm starting to think that I don't like meta, you know? I don't like the meta. I don't like when people find the meta and they stick with it, because it just becomes... It just becomes a clusterfuck of everybody copying everyone else, playing the exact same characters, trying to shut you down and not play the game. At least that's for fighting games, I don't know for other genres, but yeah. And high level ends up becoming a chore. When I started playing DBFZ, I really loved the ranked aspect. I wanted to grind. Now you see me play only casuals. Well, first of all, it's because not many people play, and I find more people in casuals. But like, like if DBFZ was on its highest point today, I don't think I would have been playing ranked, because people will be sweating so much, and it would be a fun experience. Like, full transparency here. But then again, maybe... Actually, I don't know. Nah, I would be playing ranked, screw that, because I like competition. That's the bad aftertaste of Sparking Zero, I think. Sparking Zero changed my idea of ranked. But these are fighting games, so yeah, scrap that. Nah, yeah, I would still be playing, but I think I would be complaining way more than what I am right now. Bro, back in the day, oh my god, I'm missing the old days. I miss what pissed me off back in the day was players like Babsy Bully or Pavarotti Fuerte, or all those like crazy players who just, you know, they just super dodged, or they just did some insane reads. Or just you know, they had a brain-dead playstyle, but at least there was some kind of neutral. Whereas now, yeah, that's the thing. Even then, I was having fun. I was having fun facing these people. I was getting pissed, don't get me wrong. But I was having fun, and I was trying to figure out ways to, you know, shut them down and play around their gimmicks. But now, like, if I was, as I said, if DBFZ was on its heyday today, I wouldn't be having fun. Because now the equivalent players are players who are just playing Janemba, Unreal 17, Vegito, Gogeta 4, Jiren. And they don't play, I mean, they do have a brand new playstyle, they're just super aggressive. But once they pin you down, you just don't play. You just have to guess. That's what I don't like. Back in the day, it was fun because fellas were, you know, unpredictable. Where is today's age of Babsy Bully? Nobody's gonna be Babsy Bully again in DBFZ because everybody's playing the same! Alright, yup, and...